All right. This is the Purple Huddle breakdown of the first half between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. As usual, I'm your host, Josh Fry. And hey, we got we got a hell of a Vikings game upon us right now. Who would have thought the Minnesota Vikings coming in without Justin Jefferson, without KJ Osborne, TJ Hawkinson banged up, that they'd be up 24-3 on the New Orleans Saints at the half. This has been a pretty spectacular first half for the Minnesota Vikings, especially on the offensive side of the ball, considering all the pieces that they're missing. TJ Hawkinson just coming out and being a trooper, catching 10 passes for 128 yards just in the first 30 minutes of the game. This guy, he was questionable basically throughout the entire week because of that rib injury that he suffered last weekend. And he's just toughened it out, and he's playing some incredible ball right now, just finding ways to get open in the middle of the field, hauling in these tough catches. And he's been getting hit a lot, but he just continues to come back and he keeps on firing, and the Vikings keep going his way, and things are working out. After that first quarter, it was definitely a pretty defensive battle here in Minnesota, but with that's expected to when you're facing a team like the New Orleans Saints. They like to muck things up with their strong secondary, with Alvin Kamara leading the way in the rushing game. But then that second quarter, man, the Vikings just turned things up, scored 21 points. Josh Dobbs had another incredible touchdown run. And what else can we say about this guy after coming in on 5 days notice last weekend and doing what he did? And he's just building off of that now. He's already got more passing yards than he had all last game. Right now at half, he's completed 18 to 22 passes for 220 yards and a touchdown, while also rushing for 40 yards and another touchdown. Like, this guy has come into this Vikings offense, and they're on pace for another 30-point game easily. If they just score another touchdown here, they'll have it their second consecutive 30-point game after not having a 30-point game throughout the first 8 weeks of the year. So this offense is rolling right now. Can't really say too much else about it. I will say we need to get Ty Chandler some more touches, because that guy has come out, and the Vikings rushing offense has looked incredible. And that's a big piece of why this offense has been able to move the ball up and down the field. They're not relying solely on the pass. I know Dobbs has passed 22 times, but they've also got 15 carries for 77 yards, averaging over 5 yards a carry. They got a couple rushing touchdowns. Chandler had his first touchdown of his NFL career. And yeah, just everything is clicking on this Vikings offense right now. It's really great to see, and hopefully we continue it throughout the second half. But let's move over to the defensive side. For the Saints, it's been a pretty tough day for them to get any sort of yardage right now. They're averaging less than 4 yards per play right now. They're averaging 4.6 yards per play now at the end of the first half. So a little bit better there, but I mean, that still, the fact that the Vikings have only given up 6 first downs to this team, a team that likes to establish the run, get guys like Alvin Kamara, Taysom Hill involved, and those two guys have not really been able to have much of an impact in this first half. And their pass protection, it's been a lot better since they moved Andrews Pete over to that left tackle spot. But man, this Vikings pass rush is getting a lot of looks at Derek Carr right now. And that's credit to Brian Flores and just drawing up all these blitzes that he consistently does. But yeah, Daniil Hunter had a couple nice plays there. That third down pass rush that he had towards the end of the first half, where he got off the tight end chip, ran through Pete, and then he almost sacked Carr and forced that incompletion at the end of the half. Just really great stuff from Hunter, and that's to be expected after such a strong first half to this NFL season. But yeah, Vikings, they're in a really dang good position right now. I mean, let's assume that they hold on to this game and they improve to 6-4. I don't want to jinx anything. But if they keep on doing the things that they're doing, it looks like they're going to win this game. And if they do that, improve to 6-4, maybe we get a little bit of a slip up from the Lions as they head down to LA this weekend. Then you've already got your tiebreaker above Atlanta after your win last week. And now you got a head-to-head tiebreaker against the Saints, who are right there in that NFC playoff mix too, and leading the NFC South right now. But yeah, it's just everything's looking great for Minnesota right now. And that's after injuries to Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, and even Christian Darrisaw and KJ Osborne, who have missed time over the past couple weeks. It's not exactly anything that you would expect to see from this team. And they've been able to just come out, answer every single test. And it's just a credit to Kevin O'Connell and this coaching staff and what they've been able to draw up in the absence of some of their star players. And hopefully JJ is able to come back next week and be another piece for Dobbs to throw to in that passing game and just eat up more space in the secondary that defenses are going to have to pay attention to. And they just continue rolling. But right now, just things are looking great for this Vikings offense. Unless you guys have any questions or comments that you want to post, I think that's about it for me for now. But yeah, really solid first half for the Vikings. And it's been just complete on both sides of the ball. Like the rushing offense has played some of its best football, and that's in big part to what Ty Chandler has added in his explosiveness. And then Josh Dobbs just controlling the pocket, being able to make plays with his legs, keep plays alive, and just hitting guys in stride and not making those silly turnover worthy throws that we saw a little bit of while he was in Arizona. It's just been a complete 180 from that to what he's doing now in Minnesota. And I think that's a big part of just having Kevin O'Connell in his ear, having guys like Kirk Cousins in his ear, and just having all the playmakers on the field right now. But yeah, this team's rolling, and hopefully they continue it in the second half. But yeah, that's about it for me. As usual, managing editor of Purple PTSD, Josh Fry. If you haven't already, make sure to go check out the websites. We'll have plenty of post-game coverage at the end of this game. And leading into next week, we'll be talking Saints game, leading in to next weekend. And yeah, that's about it. Hope a good rest of the second half, and I'll see you after the game.